Hello, my wonderful Virgos. Welcome back to my channel. I hope you all are doing amazing. In today's video, I will be tapping into the energies of your love life. So it's going to be your general love reading for the week here. So pretty much whatever comes out for you guys. Okay, so we have the Five of Pentacles on the bottom of the deck, and we have the Four of Swords. Well, what I can say is your boundaries are very clear to someone here because they definitely feel like an outsider in your life, or it's someone who feels like they don't have as much access to you as they once have. This is causing them to feel very restless as well with the Five of Pentacles and the Four of Swords. You could be dealing with an earth sign, so another Virgo like yourself, potentially a Capricorn or a Taurus, or an air sign. Aquarius, Libra, Gemini. Let's see. I'm going to start off by seeing how you are being viewed this week. The Hermit for how they're viewing you. I mean, well, first and foremost, you're in your element. Okay, so you've reclaimed your power, or there's something here about withdrawing your energy and maybe even feeling a little more like yourself and feeling less consumed by this person or this connection. But they are viewing you as in a period of solitude, keeping to yourself, and they are also viewing you as someone who has gained some sort of wisdom or clarity about them, right? That's what the lantern is symbolic for. So they're viewing you as having to go through something on your own and handling something on your own, but there's some sort of clarity that you've gained during that process. This person could also feel a bit concerned, where it's like they haven't heard from you in quite some time. It's a very, like a quiet energy, or they feel like a void here. We have the Four of Wands, followed by the Emperor in the challenge position. This is someone who has a higher level of commitment on their mind. This could also be a card of reconciliation if there's history here, but with the Four of Wands and the Emperor, it's like they want to take accountability or take initiative in, creating or building something with you. But what's interesting is those two cards are coming up in the challenge position, which is letting me know that that's something that they're struggling with. This could be a week where this person is a bit hard to read, okay? Or it could even be someone who struggles with like emotional intimacy or opening up, especially when it comes to the emotional department. But I'm getting a strong energy of wanting to connect with you, but there's also a sense of control here, right? Because with the Emperor, it could be when you have like a specific way of doing things, or you're attaching yourself to a specific outcome, or you're wanting some sort of control in the situation. And that's the reason why the Emperor could also be read as someone who struggles with emotions or letting their guard down, because they could be viewing emotions as a sign of weakness. Doesn't make it true, right? Emotions don't mean that you're weak, but I'm saying this is their perspective here. It could be, I want to connect with Virgo, but this is how I want to do it, or this is the desired, or this is the outcome that I desire. It could be, I want to connect with Virgo, but here's how I'm going to go about it, and here's what I'm not going to mention, or here's what I'm not comfortable speaking about. But there's a sense of control here, and that control needs to be released in order for something to flow very smoothly, right? Because with those two cards in the challenge position, the challenge is to release the control or detach from an outcome in order to have this reconciliation or to be able to connect here. How are you viewing them? The Three of Pentacles. There could be something that you want to discuss or work out. Three of Pentacles is not necessarily a card of commitment, but it is a card of discussing something, wanting to come to a mutual agreement here. There could also be some sort of financial ties between the both of you, and that could be something that you're wanting to discuss as well. But I see that, how you're viewing the situation is, I want to work something out here. I do want a solution, but you're operating from more of I'd like to say, a logical perspective. Not to say that your emotions are not involved, but I think that you're, thinking with your mind and not your heart this week. In your feelings, we have the Nine of Pentacles and the Seven of Wands. You're there's an armor around your heart, or you're protecting your energy when it comes to this person. And you're choosing not to agree just for this, just for the sake of agreeing, or just to keep the peace here. That may be something that you were, doing in the past, right? Just to kind of smooth things over or keep the peace. But in the now, it's like, whether it's something in particular that you disagree with, or you just disagree with this person's actions and intentions, you're choosing to bring that to the forefront. And Nine of Pentacles is a very independent energy. It's choosing yourself. And that could be the reason why they're viewing you in that hermit energy, right? You're putting yourself first. You're choosing yourself. You're no longer as invested as you once were. And Seven of Wands could be you protecting your energy, but it could also be a bit of a defensive energy. Like maybe you feel, maybe you can feel this person wants to reconnect with you, but you feel like you don't really trust their intentions, or you want to know that they're not, involved for the wrong reasons here, right? You have a guard up, or there's some sort of armor around your heart because there's a lack of trust. Whether it's because you don't know what this person is capable of, and that's where the lack of trust stems from, or you know exactly what they're capable of because of the past that you guys share. Either way, it's causing you to set very clear boundaries with this person. Again, I don't think you're opposed to having a conversation or discussing something, but I don't think you're comfortable with completely allowing them in or putting your heart on the line, for lack of better terms here. So we have the Five of Wands in your feelings and the Six of Swords. You're moving away from conflict. There's something that feels very chaotic about this situation. Whether it's other energies that are in the way, whether it's you feel like this is a connection where there's a lot going on, where there's a limited time for the both of you to focus on each other. Some of you could feel like there's just a constant obstacle in the way, and you want things to feel more simple, or there could be an energy of you questioning, if something is meant to be, then why is it always so complex? But the Five of Wands and the Six of Swords is moving away. Well, the Six of Swords touches on, detaching from something mentally, or quite literally moving away, but the Five of Wands is conflict, right? It's external influences. It's something that creates a barrier between the both of you. So that's what you're moving away from. And I will say the Five of Wands, guys, could be a situation that just feels very, very, you feel like it's very chaotic, or there's a lot of drama, but you could also feel like it causes you to feel powerless, like there's nothing you can do to solve it, or it's in this person's hands and not yours. And even just the Seven of Wands, you're protecting your energy. You are staying away from conflict. You're staying away from, what causes you to feel very drained. While you were involved in this connection, you may have felt that you were pouring a lot of your energy into this person, but they weren't doing the same. You could also feel very, very drained, right? So because you're choosing yourself, or you are in the process of healing as well with the Hermit card, it could be you're choosing to distance yourself, right? Kind of like, the saying where you can't heal in the same place that caused you the hurt. So maybe distancing yourself feels difficult, but it also you feel a bit relieved, or you feel like you're finally seeing things clearly. Because I strongly am getting moving away from something that is just very, very draining. If it's not external influences, it could even be conflict between the both of you, or constant bickering that you're becoming very tired of. Okay. The Chariot, clarifying the Four of Wands. Some of you could be dealing with the Cancer, and we have the Ten of Cups clarifying the Emperor. Wow. Definitely feel like commitment is on their mind, but again, these cards are coming up in the challenge position, which means they're A, struggling with how to attain this for the both of you, or B, there's a sense of control. There's an energy of, I want this to happen in a specific way, but that's not realistic, right? Because there may be certain things that you want, or certain things that you disagree with. And until this sense of control is released or removed, it would be hard for things to flow smoothly. The Chariot is a card of progress, right? But it's progress after acceptance, and that's something that they're struggling with. The Chariot, it has a light side, it has a dark side. It could even be read as two different perspectives, but it is acknowledging that things are not always going to be progressing the way that you want it to. There are going to be hiccups. There is a side of this connection that may not feel the best, like such as generic example, disagreements, but it is something that you would need to work through in order to create this stable 10 of Cups. But again, it would require releasing some sort of control. This person could be in a state, they could be in a state of denial, or there's something here they're having a hard time accepting. Okay, let's see. Queen of Cups in their feelings and the King of Swords. So it's having very deep emotions towards you. And they could even feel like you are someone who brought out a very caring or nurturing side to them. But it's also a side to them that they're not familiar with. They do feel very deeply towards you, but with the King of Swords in their feelings, it's almost like they're trying to make sense of these emotions. They're not someone who's just accepting that this is how I feel because these are my emotions. They're trying to make sense of it, or they're trying to look at things from more of a practical perspective. But I also feel like there's something here they're failing to see or accept because of their outlook on things. We have the Nine of Wands and the Devil. For some of you, they feel they have no way to get through to you. I mean, if you have this person blocked, it could be someone who's, trying to reach out to you, but they're unable to. But the Nine of Wands and the Devil, if it's not about you having this person blocked, it could be some sort of internal blocks that they're feeling. Something that they're facing, something that they're going through, but they're shying away from opening up about it, or they feel like it's something that they're embarrassed by. Some of you could be dealing with the Capricorn. And I'm strongly getting with the Devil and the Nine of Wands, or maybe something that they feel very guilty about, or something that quite literally feels a bit embarrassing. Like, even if you feel like it's not embarrassing to you and you're aware of what this person is facing, there's something that they don't want to speak about because they're very defensive about it. This could be an addiction. This could be some sort of changes pertaining to their stability or lifestyle, but they shy away from speaking about it. This may be someone who likes to come off as I have it together and I always do. And it could be someone who has a hard time letting that guard down or telling you when they're not doing okay because they're viewing it as a sign of weakness. Again, this goes back to that control that they want or feel when they are doing great, or when they do feel like, they have control in a situation. This is someone who has a hard time releasing or going with the flow. The Devil could also be obsessive thinking, so this person could be thinking about you quite a bit, but with the Nine of Wands, it could be something that they're not really, bringing to the forefront. Temperance, some of you could be dealing with a Sagittarius, and we have the Two of Pentacles, thinking about how to restore some sort of balance and peace between the both of you. And the reason why it's a bit of a fickle energy or it's back and forth is because there's a specific outcome that this person is attaching, very attached to. And it doesn't seem to me that it's realistic, The Temperance could be some sort of a spiritual lesson also. So in the potential outcome, there could be something that's coming to light for this person, or releasing control is part of that spiritual lesson. Two of Pentacles, being clarified by the Knight of Swords, Temperance, Four of Cups, Six of Cups. You do have this person returning, but what they're saying may not be something that is causing you to feel content. Knight of Swords is incoming communication, right? But Four of Cups could be a lack of interest, right? Or something coming in for you, and it may be something that you wanted in the past, but it's not something that you want in the now. Four of Cups and the Six of Cups, Knight of Swords, it might be exciting to hear from someone from your past. You may be looking forward to conversation with this person. But the Four of Cups is a lack of fulfillment, or there's something here that's reminding you of the past, or something that you're not wanting to revisit or relive. Six of Cups, Seven of Pentacles. When this person returns, or maybe if some of you are conversing with them as you're watching my read, what I see in the potential outcome is it's going to lead to you looking at the situation and asking yourself, is it worth the investment? Yes, this is someone that I've attained quite a bit with, but I see that there's room for improvement. Is this someone that I'm able to move forward with, or does that not seem realistic to me? Okay. So that is what I'm getting for you guys this week. I really do hope you were able to find a message that resonated with you here today. And thank you so much for your time.